The tall people, old people, and the fat old people ride the Schwinn bikes because they're laid out more.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yep.
And the small, slim people ride the other bikes because they don't need the leg room.
Yep.
Either that or they're the cheapskates. Everything they own is worth a fortune when they're selling it. But when they're going to buy it from you,
they want it, yeah, cheap.
They want you to give it to them for next to nothing. See, that guy's like my mother-in-law. He's already taken his morning ride to the end of the cul-de-sac and back.
Yeah, that was pretty strenuous.
You know, it's funny, that dude that's cutting through our yard has 2 golf carts at his house.
Huh.
He's got this one right here.
Yep.
And then there was a red one there. And yesterday there were 4 of them on the red one. And they were riding around.
Huh.
But then we were sitting out there and he walked right through the yard carrying a ladder. It didn't dawn on me right away that he was the guy
that was cutting through your yard.
Yeah, because he was carrying a ladder. I thought he was a maintenance guy.
Yep.
And I guess it's okay because he waved on his way through.
Yep. She's the boss lady, obviously.
Well, he better not bend over him. Well, I don't know. He might be a top guy. Who knows? I don't want to find out.
See, we could be the Trailer Park Boys, but it's already been taken.
Who's that?
Trailer Park Boys.
There's actually a group that does a podcast?
Oh, well, no, they have a movie or they're on TV. Trailer Park Boys.
No, I just find that sometimes I have some pretty good things to say and sometimes pretty funny things to say, but I never have a camera to record anything, you know? I'm always just, you don't never know what you're going to talk about when you're riding down the road. You can just be random crap. What was that random crap thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, that's right. Let me replay that in the video and see if I can remember what that random crap stuff was. That mount's actually pretty nice.
Yep.
I could put it in the RV when we're traveling just to have a place to hold the phone. Time in silence, just looking out the window. Everybody will be like, I know how to get John to shut up. Just put the damn camera on. Hit play or record. That's the house I was telling you about.
Yep.
It's like every other week, man, the police are there. It's like, I don't understand why they are always at their house. It must suck to live that kind of life where there's that much drama that the police are there every other week to sort it out. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, who would want to live like that? And I guess, you know, the problem is the police because they keep showing up.
Yep.
You know? I don't know if you ever heard of Brian Buffini.
Nope.
He's this guy that he talks about doing these pop buys for real estate. Which, I mean, when you hear the way he talks about it, it's kind of like he took a system that worked for every company. Like you know, if you do good customer service, you pop by and visit your clients or your people that you've worked with in the past just to see how they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But his idea is that you bring them a trinket. Like it's called a pop by gift. And it's always something stupid with some corny little jingle on it so that you hope that they remember you.
Yeah.
But really what it is a marketing ploy to get realtors to spend all their money and give it to him for these ideas.
Oh.
You know, I mean, if you think about it, because if you're doing what you're supposed to, why do you need to do that?
True.
You know? I'm always like, I tell my kids, when you're in a room and you're meeting somebody or you're doing an interview, you want to be, you want them to remember you.
Right.
You have to be memorable.
So how do you do that?
You talk until their eyes move.
No.
Sometimes it's not always about the interview, it's about all the stuff in between. When I was working on cars and someone would bring their car in, they'd be like, it's doing this thing, but I don't know how to describe it. So you just start talking and driving, and eventually they're distracted enough that they don't feel self-conscious about describing what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of talk about little different things that you think might be their problem with the car. And then all of a sudden they'll be like, oh yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. So you're like, oh, okay, I know how to fix that.
Yeah.
But, you just have to make a memory. That's why you see celebrities and stuff, they're memorable. They don't remember your name.
Right.
In a box full of marbles, you want to be the marble that stands out, not the one that blends into everything else. Unless you don't want to be in the spotlight.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Yeah. It's difficult to be on top. I don't know how I manage it. As Shannon would say, you're a humble too, aren't you? I'm like, no, I'm 12. I tell her I'm 12 years old. Man.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a break. I can't remember all this stuff.
That's what Joni says too. She's 12.
Most
Seriously.
men are at, she said she's 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, most men stop at 12, because that's where Peter Pan went to Neverland. You don't want to grow up. You grow up, you got to be responsible, and then you die.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
No fun. Right.
I'd rather just be 12 years old and enjoy life. Not saying be irresponsible, but you're
Right.
not gonna. I used to get so stressed out, man. I'd come home, my fucking teeth would be grinding, my chest would be tight, and I was all day like this.
Really?
Oh yeah, I used to worry about what everybody thought. And I had social anxiety. Like I couldn't go into a restaurant. Even now, sometimes I get a little,
Anxiety ridden.
yeah, and I'll hold the door and let other people in front of me.
Yeah.
Shannon always goes in first. I can come in behind her, and then once I get seated and I get comfortable, then everything's good. But that little walk, sometimes if I focus too much on it, well, it'll eat you alive. And I'm
Yeah.
sure there are a lot of people like that. For the longest time, I thought I was the only one. I thought I was special. Special ed.
Some people have sensory overloads too, though, where there's so
Yeah.
much going on around them that they get anxiety from it.
I don't think that's really the case for me. I mean, when we were young, we were poor, and we didn't have the best clothes or the nicest shoes, and I always worried about what people thought of me or how I looked or how I dressed, because I was self-conscious as a kid.
Mhm.
I remember we went to the zoo once or something, and the teacher sent home a note. You're supposed to have your lunch packed in a paper bag. It's supposed to be everything can be thrown away, no hard lunch boxes, no thermoses or anything like that. I don't know, my mom must not have seen the word no on there, because everything it said not to do, that's what she did.
Oh God.
I had a lunch box that belonged to my sister, and there was a thermos in it with chocolate milk, and they said don't bring any milk products for your drink, and I was like, geez, man. But it took me a long time to learn. I was just a kid.
Right.
In that I was playing the part of a fourth grader. It wasn't my responsibility to
Right.
take care of those other things.
Right.
But you always felt responsible in that, at that young age, because you don't know any better, And then you grow up and you're like, I'm still the kid here. When do I step up and say, okay, you're just a dumbass and what you're saying is wrong?
Yeah.
So it took a long time to be able to do that. restaurant, act like you own the place, but not be cocky, but just be confident. Big difference.
Yep.
And I like to just joke around and have fun. If people don't like it, I don't really care. It doesn't bother me as much anymore because they're the ones with the problem, not me.
True.
You know? Usually they're jealous. And when I was slim and working out, I never felt that way. Only when I became fat did I get funny. I don't know why. I had to overcompensate for my fatness. So, and we'll be in there, I'll tell the waitress, oh yeah, I know I'm good looking, it's okay. You know, just, or I'll be like, I can't believe you don't remember me from last year when I came in here and ate.
Yeah.
You know? Believe it or not, they do. Like when we go to the Roost or Market 27, they remember us from the year before.
Yeah.
Probably because we tip them. Here's some money, remember who I am so I feel important.
People remembered us on the icon from Wonders of the Sea.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.